So we need about 2 tablespoons of lemon zest. I'm lucky enough to grow lemons, so I picked a whole bunch yesterday from the land and thought, yeah, definitely need to make some more lemon curd. So lemons are amazing for all parts of our health, but in lemon curd there's something else. So I've grown Meyer lemons, which are amazing. They seem to be just so juicy, and the skin's not too thick, so they're not too hard to squeeze. Just so juicy, and I'm getting the longest season of them. So I've had so many crops from this one tree, and I went and took all the lemons off it again, probably 3rd time this year already, and it's covered in flowers again. So it's getting ready to go again. There we go. It's actually more than a cup. Beautiful. So we're going to put 6 eggs in a pot. I'd like to say these eggs are from our land, but they're not. Our chickens are not there at the moment. The weather's been too miserable. So I'm buying eggs, but I do get beautiful eggs from a local supplier, and I know they're grown on beautiful organic, unpesticide grass. So they're the best eggs we could get. I've lost count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, just happens to be 6 in here. My cute little egg basket. And did you know you don't need to store eggs in the fridge? Everyone thinks you do, but you don't. We never do. They sit in our little basket, and it's just one of nature's magic things. A completely enclosed packaging. The next thing to go in is some maple syrup. You can use honey. I'm going to try it with maple syrup now because it's got such a gorgeous taste. And we want 1/4 cup. Really? Okay. Well, maybe 1/4 cup honey. I've never put in as much as the recipe calls for. But make sure you've got organic maple syrup and not maple flavoured syrup. If you look at the ingredients on maple flavoured syrup, it's complete crap. Just rubbish. Maple syrup comes from a tree, comes from Canada, absolutely gorgeous. Okay, so now I've put it on the heat, a low heat, and we're just going to whisk it for a moment. And now then we're going to add the oil. Okay, so this is coconut oil, and you need 12 spoons of this stuff, and you add 1 at a time, and let it and mix it in. So when it's above 25 degrees, coconut oil solidifies, and no, when it's above 25 degrees, coconut oil doesn't solidify. It's the other one. And so I love it. I can always tell what the temperature is. I watch our seasons according to our coconut oil. So here in Australia, most of the summer it's liquid, and then as the winter comes we start to go summer. So today's a bit cooler. We've got solid. So I'm going to add another one. So that's 2, and you just keep stirring. Better concentrate. So once you've got the 12 tablespoons of coconut oil dissolved into the pot, you can turn the heat up a little bit if you like, but the idea is not to cook the eggs. And you've got to keep whisking. And this will go on for a while, so you just keep stirring and whisking on a medium heat, but you don't want it to cook too quick. And after a while, a few minutes, it starts to thicken up, and you just keep whisking and whisking, and eventually you'll end up with sort of a thick custardy type of stuff. I'll just show you what it looks like. So here we go. Can you see it? Oh yeah. So at the moment it's still very liquid. Get some bubbles, and then we'll just go with that for a while. So at this point, it's been about 5 minutes of whisking, we're starting to get some thickness. Really good for your arm muscles. And you don't want to end up with an omelette, so you just keep whisking, and very soon we'll be there. Okay, we're getting close. You can see that it's sort of forming lines now, and really getting nice and thick. I never know how thick to go, so I sort of wing it every time. Yeah, I think we're done. I'm going to go with that. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to pour it into this bowl and sieve it, and that just gets out all the rind. I mean, you could probably leave it in there, but let's try taking it out and see what happens. So now we just sort of work it through the sieve, and it'll eventually all go through. And if you notice, I've left plenty in the pot because I'm planning on licking it. Pretty cool. It's making its way into the bowl. So this is still fresh off the stove, so it's still hot. And then I'll put it in some jars and stick it in the fridge and let it cool. What I do is I end up with 2 jars, and I put one in the freezer and I keep one in the fridge. And I have it on my toast with some feta cheese, which is insane. Or I make, and usually I make a lemon curd cake, or do a crust and use this to make like a cheesecake thing. There's lots of things you can use it for, and people love it. So it's a really nice thing to make and share with friends. They always appreciate a jar. So there we have it. 2 jars for me and 1 for someone special. But I better taste it. Mm. Mm. Oh my God, look at that. Look at that. Mm. So it's full of goodness. Eggs great for you. Coconut oil's amazing for you. Lemon curd's amazing for you. Give it a try.